Welcome back to the People Power Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Harper.
Nick Lamb.
Tempest.
And the greatest champion to be in the history of fantasy football, Marcus.
Greatest champion to be. How appropriate of a name, because you've never won. I dig it. All right, well, we're going to do...
I said champion to be.
You're an aspiring champion.
To be
right,
the champion.
We'll see. It's that time of the year, so we'll definitely see.
Yeah. Go ahead and get the T-shirts printed. That's all he's saying.
The African kids will enjoy them in a few weeks.
Hell yeah.
All right, Lamb, start us off, baby.
All right, we'll do a flip right here. I'll be doing the Week 13 recap.
What? I normally do that.
I know. Well, we're switching roles because I'm better than you now.
Oh, okay.
First we had Beer Money going up against Total Domination in a close match. Total Domination winning that 145.65 to 140.10. Damn, that's close. Very close. We had...
Damn, that's close.
We had Green Around the Gills going up against Rams bringing it up the rear. Green Around the Gills won that match 132.63 to 112.35.
Damn, that wasn't close.
It was not. We had Mark's team. Please, TMB, get it right. Mark's team losing to Brown and QP later. Hey, I'm going to interrupt you again. Say my team name. Mark's team lost that to Brown and QP later to 199.33 to 163.83.
He got annihilated.
B and B. We had Lucky the Irish going up against Average Joe's. Average Joe's winning that match 131.28 to 95.87. And we had the Joker, Bader of all people, defeating Snowhawks 179.45 to 176.08.
I would have won if that AJ Green touchdown did not get called back. Oh, that was baloney, man. That was not a hold. That was not a hold.
I blame Hillary for that one.
Yeah, I would too.
And then we had the match of the week. 2 girlies, 1 cup, going up against the greatest fat kid of all fantasy football, myself, with me winning 122.53 to 103.38.
Wait, hang on. So, you're telling me that you, the fat kid, are the only team that won that's on this podcast this past week?
You could say that. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong because you would be correct.
What the hell's going on in the world, man? All right, so...
Wait, he's the only winner?
Yeah, this week, he's the only one of us that won this week.
Also,
what the hell is going on? Like, he just took his whole turnaround. Like.
I know, what the hell, man?
Also, I'd add that I beat the team that beat Mark twice, therefore I'm always better than Mark.
Twice is better than Mark.
Yeah, I stopped like 220-something points to 140-some. But I beat the guy who beat you, therefore I'm better. End of discussion. Next topic. My record shows 20 times better than you, fat kid.
All right. So, moving on. So, the playoffs have started, and we have the brackets set up. So, in the championship bracket, the number 1 seed, the best team out of the regular season, Brown and Coop You Later, will have a bye. The second best team, who's breathing into the mic? The second best team, me, Snowhawks, I also get a bye. So, no matchup for either of us. Then you have Mark, the third-ranked team, facing off against Green Around the Gills. A first-year team made the playoffs barely by being the 6th seed team. So they'll be facing off, and then the Total Domination will be facing off against Average Joe's. And Average Joe's has impressed me a lot this year because he lost Aaron Rodgers, and he still managed to make the playoffs. Like that's impressive. That's not you don't do that easily, losing a guy like Aaron Rodgers. In the consolation bracket, so these are the teams fighting for the trophy known as the champion of the shit. It's literally a toilet bowl glued onto a 2x4. And you have 2 girlies, 1 cup, and the Joker. You have 2 girlies, 1 cup, and the Joker that have a bye. And then you have Rams bringing it up the rear, facing off against Fat Tony, who can't even score 10 points a week. Then you have the Fat Kid facing off against Luck of the Irish. So good luck, Fat Kid. That trophy could be yours.
Yeah, I can smell it. Fat Kid, gonna win.
So the season was rather, well, the ending of it was very interesting because it started off rather plain, I guess. I won, 9 in a row. Mark was putting up the most points. I was just the team winning every week. And then towards the end, I started winning and losing every other week. And then Mark went on a losing streak there, lost 2 in a row. And with that happening, Brown and Coopy later ended up taking the lead. He actually beat both me and Mark the last 2 weeks. Pretty impressive. Then the Fat Kid, who was, while I was leading the pack the whole year, he was at the bottom of the pack the whole year, and he rose all the way up to number 10. So 2 spots. But still, at the end of the year was very fun. The Joker was fighting for a chance in the playoffs. He had to beat me, which he did, and then he needed 2 teams to lose to have a shot. And that only 1 team lost, so he didn't make the playoffs. Very interesting year, though. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that scored over 2,000 points. Mark did, Brad did, I did, and Total Domination. All 4 of those teams were division winners. So you can't get more balanced than that. Your division team winner scored one of the most points in the league. So exciting year. I had a blast. How did you guys feel about it?
It was badass. Disappointing.
Oh. How about you, Tempest?
Bad.
You're in the Dynasty League, but how did you enjoy it?
It's been interesting hearing all the stories about everything that's going on.
You got a win. I don't know if you were aware of that, but you did get a win this year.
I did?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You beat the Unicorn team.
Wow, that's great.
Can you look up to see who scored the most points overall?
Well, in the season, that was you. You scored the most points.
Damn.
And then Brad had the best record. I'll go over here. So the highest scoring team was Mark. The regular season champion is Brad. Let's see. Oh, those are week 13. So those are the 2 seasonal awards that the page gives you. So Mark got one and Brad got the other.
I don't want that award. Mark got the reward.
Well, no, Mark, that's not the curse. The curse is the best record, not the most points.
Yes.
Yes, I forgot about that. I'm glad you brought that up, though. So whoever has
I was wondering why you sounded so scared.
Yeah, whoever has the best record in this is our 7th year, right?
Yeah.
7th year. So, we got some history going on here. Whoever has the best record in the season has never won the championship. I've been the best record twice, and I've won twice, but not those 2 years. We've had 2 years where a guy snuck into the playoffs barely with a 6-7 record and a 7-6 record and won the championship. So it's all about getting hot at the right time, not about being dominant all year. You make the playoffs, records don't matter. It doesn't, it's not a best of 5 like baseball or basketball. It's football. If you lose, you're done. You go home.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of getting hot, though, I would like to point out that, I'm building a hot streak right now going into the shit playoffs. People might look and say, oh, he won the last 2 games. It don't matter. It was a bullshit victory anyway, But 2 in a row. I'm building up steam.
Hey, Mark has a streak of 2 going on right now. Not wins, but losses.
Yeah, and he'll keep the streak going on too.
Yeah.
I'll keep my streak. No. Because think of it, if you push a fat kid down the hill, he's going to keep rolling. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to keep rolling and rolling, and I'm going to keep rolling through the shitty playoffs.
That's so beautiful, man.
And become the best of the shit.
Well, you'll
this is very inspirational.
Go ahead and put your t-shirt off. The fat kid, king of the shit.
If you win the league, if you win the shit league, the consolation bracket, I will buy a shirt that says that, and you have to wear it.
I will. I will.
Mark, stop breathing into the microphone, man. I know it's hard.
Trying to push me down the hill now. Blowing me down the hill.
I'm not breathing into nothing, bros. My phone's not even close to that.
All right. So that, I mentioned it already that, me and Brad both get a bye. It's wonderful that you get a free pass. Now all I got to do is win 2 games to be the champion instead of 3. It's nice knowing that, but it's also kind of depressing because what do? Fantasy football is not, important to me this week. I'm just sitting there. My guys could still get hurt. I can enjoy football. I love football. It doesn't matter, that part of it. But fantasy football is still going on, and it's awesome, but it sucks. I know, Mark, whenever you had a bye last year, what was your feelings on it?
Fucking shitty.
Why?
Well, because ultimately, fucking that week that I had the bye, I could have won, and then the week that I did play, I lost, and it sucked.
All right, fair enough. Tempest, if you had a bye, say you were dominating in the Dynasty League, and you got a bye, do you think you would like the bye, or do you think that, like Mark said, it would just be shitty?
What was the bye exactly?
So there's 3 weeks of the playoffs. If you are the first or second seed, you get a bye, meaning you bypass the first round. So all you have to do is win 2 games to win the championship instead of 3. So it's a free pass from the first week.
It doesn't sound like a bad deal to me.
Yeah.
Seems like you have better chances of getting into the championship.
That's how I feel. Like, I get where Mark's coming from, but yeah, you scored a lot of points the week you didn't have a bye, but what if you scored low points that week? Last year I scored low points, I would have lost. So it worked out in my benefit. So it's a 50-50 shot in Mark's mindset, but I'm with you there. It sucks in the point that my players are still playing. They can get hurt. That's why I don't like it. But it's nice knowing I only have to win 2 games, and I can still be the champion instead of going through 3 teams. What about you, Lamb?
Definitely.
What about you, Lamb? You don't have a bye, but would you like a bye, you think?
I don't know. I would like it because it gives me a shot to not have a week, not to stress about it. But kind of like how Mark said, not really. Just you get to sit back and enjoy football. But you're kind of like, well, damn, if I was playing, that touchdown would have helped me this week and all.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of kind of you get to enjoy football just have the day just to watch the game. But I feel like it would just suck not having something to do all week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Go occasionally in my week. Go like, let's see who's on waiver wire.
Yeah.
Should I start him or should I not start him? Or my opponent's team, like what's going on with them or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, we'll see if it hurts me or affects me positive or negatively this year because my whole team can get hurt this week. We don't know.
Anything could happen.
Oh yeah. All right. So before we get into the predictions here, before we do that, we need to figure out, is Mark going to predict anything with us? Since he never does it anyway.
The Steelers are going to win.
Oh, that's Mark's prediction. There we go. He's a Steelers fan again.
All right. So, put Mark Steelers.
On every prediction.
All right, yes. You go ahead and put your other teams, Mark. The Cowboys winning. The Chiefs winning.
Who are they playing?
But they're the boys, man. It don't matter who they're playing.
Exactly right. They're the boys. They're gonna win.
Well, if they play like last week, then maybe. So
that offense played like crap last week.
Yes.
Dak Prescott 100 yards passing.
Yeah.
The boys will win. Oh, they're playing the Giants. Yeah, the boys will win. Giants suck.
They got 3 wins. They got 2 wins on the regular season, and they fired their head coach for the 3rd win.
Yeah. So still a dub.
Mark, before we get into the predictions, do you want to? Because you're normally working when we do the podcast. Do you want to say anything in typical Mark fashion to the rest of the league while you have your moment here?
I am going to stomp the shit out of Green Around the Gills and go on to win the championship. You can mark it down, print a T-shirt, anything you want.
Okay, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Mark is going to stomp Green Around the Gills and become the champion.
Stomp the shit out of them.
Oh, so another fun fact. I wrote this down. I just glanced over at it. 6 teams are in the championship right now, correct? That's an actual question. Okay. So 2 of these teams have won championships before. Only 1 team has won multiple championships in the history of the league. That's me. So, there's a 33.3% chance that we will have a multiple champion this year. Very low odds. Just saying. I think that's pretty cool. And we could have a first 3-time champion if I win.
We could have a first back-to-back champion, too.
No, I won the first and second year, so we already have one of those.
Shit, I don't remember.
Mark was like, oh my god, you're gonna be blown away by this fact.
No, it's cool.
Never mind.
Real quick. That's what I'm talking about, though, Lamb. That's what you should do. Mark's, this is his first podcast, and he's already doing better than you.
Yep.
Oh, fat kid.
All right, Lamb. Let's go on to these predictions, though. We're just delaying at this point.
Alrighty. Well, for the Thursday night game, we have the Saints playing at the Falcons.
Oh my god.
Saints.
You sure you're gonna go Saints, not Pittsburgh?
Mark Saints.
I want the Falcons to win this, so I'm gonna go Falcons, even though I'm pretty sure the Saints are gonna win.
I'm in the same boat. Also, I'm going for Falcons just because I want them to win for once.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Ooh.
I'll be with Mark on this one.
Tempest and Mark sitting in a tree. Kissing.
Then for a 1:00 game, we have the Vikings at Panthers.
Oh my god. I gotta go Panthers, but man,
I gotta go Vikings.
Well, fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, Mark's kicked off the podcast. No, he's actually the smart one. But I'm going Panthers. I can't go against my Panthers.
Yeah.
It's just the overall team, man.
Mark's a Vikings fan now.
He is. He's like, they got Case Keenum. He's the GOAT.
Hey, did you see what I sent you earlier about Bader's team?
Yeah. He liked the Panthers, Philadelphia, New York Giants, and who was the 4th team?
Seahawks.
The Seahawks. Those are his 4 teams that he likes on Facebook.
All right. What about you, Tempest? Are you going to be? This is the question: are you going to continue being our friend and choose the Panthers, or never talk to us again and choose the Vikings?
Well, I mean, if I abandoned you guys, I'd still have Mark, I guess, since he picks the Vikings. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Yeah, fuck you, Mark.
Damn it, Tempest.
All right, and then we have the other 1:00 game. We have the Colts at the Bills.
I'm going Bills.
Mark my words, though. The Colts will win the Super Bowl next year.
All right, Tony.
Oh, yeah, I'm going Bills. Colts suck.
Yeah, I'm going with them as well. What about you, Tempest?
I'll give the Colts a little bit of faith and.
Don't do it, man. That's a trap.
And after this podcast go over there, you're going to get a message from Tony. Hey, you like the Colts too? Hit me up.
So, hey, what's up? I might be married and have a kid, but you want to fuck?
Oh, well, in that case, never mind. I'll go with the Bills.
Ah!
Going back to the Bills. Then we have the America's Game of the Week. The Eagles at the Rams.
Ooh.
This is good because one thing we learned this past week from Philadelphia was experience matters. They have a dominant young team in Philadelphia. They went to Seattle and looked like they didn't know how to play football because the experience up there and the lack of experience in Philadelphia. Now you have a game where you have two very young, very talented teams. So this is a very interesting game. Who's home?
Rams. That's why I'm picking them.
Oh, man. And they just beat New Orleans, 2 weeks ago? Who did the Rams beat this past week? I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, that game did. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll go Rams, I guess, because... Yeah, I guess I'll have to go Rams. They beat an experienced team with Drew Brees leading it.
Yeah. So...
I'm going to drop a dime and go Philly.
Okay, you're going to drop a dime. I don't understand the saying, but right on.
All right, well, Tibbs, are you going to drop said dime as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles because caw.
All right, then we have the Sunday night game, which is the Ravens at Pittsburgh.
Oh, we know who Tibbs is going to go for.
Tibbs, you going for Ravens?
Yeah.
You're going for Ravens as well, I'm assuming?
No.
No.
Why not? I'm going with the Ravens. You should go with the Ravens too, Mark.
Yeah, she went with your team on the first pick.
Right.
No, this.
If you love her, Mark, you'll go with her.
I can't.
Jeez.
Wow. You're sick. No wonder you're getting a divorce.
Mark, I'm on your side. I'll go Steelers.
You know, this is one of those moments where I want to go Steelers, but then I remember, I think it was week 5, they were playing in Kansas City, and I offered to go...
They weren't playing Kansas City. They were playing...
Yeah, they were.
Oh.
Can I tell the story, or are you going to make something up?
No, that was week 6, wasn't it? Because Kansas City was 5-0.
Okay. So anyway, they were playing Kansas City, and I offered to take Mark to that game, and he said, "No, Steelers suck." Direct quote from Mark. So that always lingers in my head that the Steelers suck, coming from a apparent fan of the team. So maybe I should go Ravens, because Steelers suck, according to Mark. But now Mark's going for the Steelers, so that throws me off. Is he playing a mind game with me here? I don't know. Is he in cahoots with Lamb here? I don't know.
Never.
Oh, I'm going to go Steelers.
That was such an abrupt end to
Yeah, I was more build, but nope, Steelers.
That's how I have sex too. It's all like, yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty. Then the Monday night game, we have the Patriots at Miami. I'm going New England.
What? Smoking Jay Cuddy, man. Dude, this is what's going to happen. New England's going to be up like 48-0 in the first quarter. You know what's going to happen? Smoking Jay Cuddy's going to put that cigarette in his mouth. He's going to walk onto that field without a helmet, and he's just not even going to look and throw a 99-yard touchdown over and over and over. And still lose. I'm going New England.
He gets up to Jarvis Landry, and Landry's wide open, catches it, no one around him. They roll it a touchback.
No, well, what happens is he catches it, and then he gets tackled, and then they say he was out of bounds in the end zone, even though they were like on the 50, and they say it's a touchdown New England, and New England ball.
Yes. And a safety, and a field goal, and roughing the passer.
And Tom Brady was on the sideline, but yeah, they roughed him, and yeah, so, you know, you gotta fucking pay a $10 million fine to Tom Brady.
Yeah. And Kiko Alonso, if you're listening to this, even though you're probably not, do what you did to Flacco to Brady, please and thank you.
I'll pay you $1.
I'm going Miami.
What the hell? Are you high?
I'm going Miami.
I hate New England. I have to go Miami.
I hope you're right, but I think you're stoned.
Oh my god, I'm going to the
All right.
All right. What about you, Tempest?
I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Yeah, because America.
I can't go with the Miami Dolphins. It just the team sounds so freaking gay.
Dolphins.
I just imagine them just like going across the fucking the field, just like we're Dolphins.
That's exactly what they sound like when they're on the field.
I know.
Me and
They
Ryan
sound like
we're
when they're communicating.
Oh,
we're at the Panthers game. That's all they sounded like every time the ball was thrown.
it's true. It sound like seals, actually.
I know.
That's why we were confused.
Well, I was gonna try and do the dolphin noise, but then I probably would just like bust everyone's ears if they're listening to this with earphones. The dolphins are like high pitched shrieking, so I was like,
Yeah, she was being courteous to our viewers because we care about all of you.
Exactly. I love each and every one of you.
Awesome. Well, that's all we got. This will be posted very late, more early Wednesday morning than late Tuesday night, and then Tuesday evening there'll be a nice little motivational video getting ready for the playoffs going into Thursday. So good luck everybody in both brackets. And you heard it here. Mark's going to win the championship and Lamb's going to win the shit trophy. So I guess I'm shit out of luck.
Yes.
All right, well, till next week. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out, peeps.